Welcome to Scale Builders Guild. Good morning, or afternoon, or evening, depending on where you live on this planet. Hope you're all well today. It's minus 19 Celsius today, and I am freezing. My stupid furnace is so super high efficient and good, apparently, according to the guy who was here yesterday to look at it. It's so good that it wouldn't want to overheat itself, so it stops running. So I was up 4 times tonight, or early this morning, to come back down and reset it. Fun times. Hope you're all well. Put in the chat, let me know where you are watching from, and if you've ever even heard of TWS, because this is definitely new to me. They reached out, sent me the kit, and said, do your best to just do an unboxing video. And I was like, we can do you one better. Let's build the truck live on a Saturday morning. Hopefully everybody can hear me. I can see the chat flying through. So, yeah, definitely new to me as well. One of the things that I've found out through Josh, Harley Designs, is that the designer for TWS used to work at MST. So I think we're going to see a lot of the same sort of things happening in this kit that we saw in the MST kits. And it's already pretty evident to me that it's a very well packaged, put together box. There's a lot of good instructional stuff in here. Ah, look, a gift for SBG. That's pretty nice. So what we're building today, let's get this out here actually, because this is probably a nice work mat. Probably better looking than the one I am currently using. Oh boy. That's probably going to happen a fair bit. Because, new computer. And it's a little bit, still working on some of the bugs. Live stream now? Yeah. Yeah, it was sort of an impromptu one. I did announce it, but the idea was to sort of help out some of my European friends and people in other time zones. Didn't want to just always do stuff at night in my time zone. That's not very fair. Oh, here is the body. And it's a cute looking little Suzuki-ish Vitara, which is pretty cute. I like it. Yeah, it looks really good, nicely molded. It is, it's thinner Lexan. I mean, this is a smaller, lighter chassis, so probably not going to be super heavy. Good looking body though. Nice sticker sheet and window masks as well. And you get a little bit of tape, and there are a lot of nice plastic pieces for this body too, that I think are going to make it look pretty scale-ish. Wheelbase, good question. I think you have 2 options. If I remember reading this right, towards the end of this manual. Yeah, 242 or 252. There you go. Josh probably isn't awake. No, definitely not. On a Saturday, absolutely not. Body is not pre-cut, no. But first good thing I can say about the packaging is that it looks like it's packaged per step instead of one giant bag of hardware, which is pretty good. That's good news. All right, so let's get this mat rolled out here, and we'll get started. Hopefully everyone's having a good weekend. It's probably hopefully warmer wherever you are. It's minus 19 this morning, which is, oh, this is a nice mat. What a nice little build mat this is. Let me zoom out and get a little better look at that. You can see my microphone and my coffee and my juice, but that's a nice looking mat. And if I were out of the way, it's a logo there. Hemistorm, hello. Welcome to the party, pal. Chris has started work on a very long SCX6. Where's the welding cap? It's over there. Do you want me to put it on? There's one extra little piece of news here in the manual. Looks like they forgot about the bumper assembly in the manual, but here it is here. So when we get to that, we'll get to it. Hey, Brad, how are you, buddy? All right, let's tuck right in. It does also give you the option for CMS or axle-mounted servo. We're gonna go CMS, I think. All right, step 1 of 1. Nice big thick gauges in here too. Lower link and link mount assembly. So we're starting with links. Okay, cool. Everything's nicely packaged, like I said. Looks like each bag is individually labeled, which is exceptional. Bag A. And I bet we're going to need bag B because it's got all of the pillow ball mounts there. And probably need C as well. B, C, and D. Already getting to the D bag. All right. Cool. I'm just going to move this mat up slightly so I have a little bit of space so I can cut these bags open, which makes it a little bit quicker and more efficient for me. Is this similar to the MST? Yeah, it should be very similar. Apparently, same designer that used to work at MST now works for TWS. So this is the TWS CTS chassis VTR 4x4. Try to keep that straight, okay? The first thing I'm seeing, lots of bearings, which is excellent. Hex hardware, which is also good. Look at the size of these, or look how tiny these axles are. These are adorable little things. Look at that. It's great. If I had another axle handy, I could show you the size difference. How can I not have an axle handy? I must have one. I do. What do we got here? What's this? Here's an SCX 10.3 straight axle. Hee, look at how tiny these are. This is great. And here's an MST axle. And they have a separate little, this is amazing, separate little tiny piece for their logo. I bet you that goes on the diff cover. But look at that. Not hypoid centered. That's okay. Look at how tiny. It's adorable. It's great. Love it. Okay. Let's get building. They're calling it, what are they calling this? They don't list a scale on the box. So, we're going to guess. I'm sure once we get into it, we'll be able to kind of determine the scale. I'm going to say probably between 10th and 9th. That's my guess. That's my guess. All right. Make 2 of these. A1. Are they labeled? They are not. Yet they are labeled. It says A right there. Can you see that? Little tiny letter right there where my thumb is. First time here. Do you mod your RC cars? Yep. I think that's probably fair to say. So these are not to scale, these drawings. At all. That's okay. It's okay. They don't need to be. We're going to make 2 of those anyway. These are the lower links. Plastic links, I might add. No metal links in this packaging. Probably an upgrade path. As for price of this kit, no idea. I don't know that this is even really available yet. I couldn't find it anywhere on the internet. They have a Facebook page, So I linked to that in the description. But I think they're just getting started. I think this is a whole new venture. So we're gonna have to see about that. These links, maybe they're different. No, they're all the same. Ball ends are tough to get in. That's what she said. Oh, there it is. It's on Asia Tees. Okay, $240, which seems pretty reasonable. I gotta say, that's not a bad price. 4 fingers. There we go. I'm weak this morning, and my fingers are frozen still. Does this just come in kit form? I'm going to assume yes. It's only a kit. Sometimes I use my shock pliers to get ball ends in. It seems to do a pretty good job. I smushed that one though. What's the link to the car? Well, I mean, you could go to Asia Tees, or I'm sure RC Mart probably has them as well. They're from Taiwan, so these are really difficult to get in. They're tight. So tight. Almost have to stand up. Right. We need part C3. MSTs are underrated in your opinion? I think there's a lot of potential. There always has been. I'm not a huge fan of planetary transmissions, but you know, I'm willing to give it a chance. These are universal in terms of their size, or universal in their terms of their AB counterpart. They're not different on one side. But the quality of the plastics so far seems pretty good. I don't have any complaints yet. Not that anybody would be listening. Blind Guy RC, thank you very much. So early. Awesome looking build, man. Thanks. I think it'll be a fun little truck for sure. M3x16. And they do have a little, at the bottom of the manual page, they have a little handy dandy screw checker. 16. Good. My eyes work. Of screws. You gotta really be on your game. All right. We do one this way. Lock that up here in a second. Oh, is that Nash right there? Hello, Nash. Is that you? Nash is the gentleman that sent this to me. First time on a live and just subscribed. Hey, thank you very much, Ozzy RC. I appreciate that. The live builds are slow. That's great. Hello, Nash. Thanks for checking in. Much appreciated. Nash works at TWS and sent me this kit. And thank you for the nice pit mat. I appreciate that. So that's A side. What's the difference with B side? Just put the link in on the other side. Or put the screw through the other side, that's what I meant. Bolt goes this way. Matt, why haven't you already built a Tamiya YJ body with this platform? Well, this is a brand new kit, so there's that. Also, no, the pit mat was a gift. You got any special plans? Well, we're going to get it built. That's the first part. And then we'll go from there. Yeah, step 1, build the truck. Step 2, decide what color we're going to paint it. Step 3, drive the truck. Now, it's a little cold here, so, that's something we'll have to do in time. Video's up. Oh, thank you very much for waking up, being a part of this. Okay, that is lower links built. Let's do the knuckle carrier and damper mount assembly. Start with some knuckles. Here's A, and they are labeled. They do have a nice stamp, very small stamp on them. There, A. You can't get this screwed up. Hopefully. We need that, and we'll need one of these. And that just, oh, that's nice. That pops right on top. There. Matt, your weather's drunk. Yeah, I know. Go back to bed. There we go. It's nice. I like that little click together assembly. And surfboards on the roof. Yeah, definitely. That one. These. I like how that goes together. Got a stamp there, eh? That's good. Okay. Oh, I need to get into the E bag here as well. Pull that out in a second. Yeah, at some point, depending on the weather, I may have to go out and restart the furnace. Just FYI. Oh, I like how that keys together. That's nice. That's nice. Very good. And this piece keys into that. Looks pretty stable. Yeah, 3x5. And I think I'm not going to use the DeWalt for most of these tiny screws. It'd just be too much torquing. Yeah, sometimes by hand is better. Servo mount needs to go first. Okay, but I'm doing chassis mounted servo, not axle mounted. Is that what E6 is? Because if it is, I'm just going to go chassis mounted. Because you don't need to have those on there, do you? SCH TRECK is telling me to skip it. Right, yeah. I'm going to skip this part. Okay, cool. Thank you though, Nash. If you are installing a servo mount or axle mounted servo, you'll need to put these on. Otherwise, I think you can skip it. Let's hope that that's correct. Need some spacers. Although, if we're not putting that on, do we even put those screws in? Probably not. CMS manual we haven't done yet. All right. That solves that problem. No problem. So would that mean that there are extra parts that are required for chassis mounted servo that aren't in this kit? And that's coming later? Let me know. Otherwise, I will continue and just put this on with axle mounted servo for today. No extra parts. Just the parts are in the kit. Do you think that I could be capable of doing it? All in the box. Okay, I'm going to keep going then, and we'll muddle our way through that part when we get to it. But thanks for the heads up. So if you are buying this kit, it may require you using your noodle a bit and and getting that sorted out on your own. Good to know. Thank you, guys. I do like how that goes together. That's pretty cool. Right. 5 mil. There, another one there. Don't need those spacers because we're going to wing it. This is extreme for a Saturday morning. Yeah, we're just getting right into it. We're just doing it. And I like that. This would be great to watch Josh build live with no instruction. Hey, it might be great to watch me build with no instruction. We shall see. I mean, it doesn't look like I'm affecting the actual strength or rigidity of the build by not doing the axle mounted servo, because it just keys into these holes on the top right there, and then through the back, and then there's a little tab, as you can see. That's where the servo mount will go. So since we're not doing that, it doesn't seem to have affected this in any way, and there's no other parts that assemble or go into another part to keep everything together. So there you go. Okay, upper link mounts. More links. I think we need B's here. Yep, B. No, A. Yeah, B. And there's another B. There's a couple of B's in here. What class is this build going to be? Well, based on the tire size, which is mighty tiny, I think this would be technically class 0. But this isn't a branded tire. This is a TWS branded tire. So you could probably, and I just so happen to have another set of tires already mounted up and ready to go. This is a TSL Super Swamper from RC 4-wheel drive, and has about the same height, maybe a slightly larger tire overall, just barely larger. 0 isn't really technically a class that is even recognized by SORCA, but this could be a nice little combo for this. We'll see. We'll assemble it up stock, and then I'll pop these on and see how they look. But it wouldn't be the Scale Builders Guild if I didn't have something just standing by waiting. like I always do. To note, the pillow balls are of a more fibrous plastic. There's definitely more strength and less flexibility in those pieces than there is in the rest of the plastic, which isn't that flexible, I have to say. It's got some strength to it for sure. Oh, why'd they have to make these? Ah, so tight. Ah, my old body isn't strong enough anymore. Gee. Ow. We all need more fiber. Is it a 90 mil tire? I didn't really get a good look at it. I guess I could measure it with something, like a ruler, perhaps. It's a little bit under 90 mil, closer to like 88-ish. Yeah, it's like 88 millimeters. They're small. A damper assembly tool would do wonders for assembling these. Yes, you are absolutely right. Does such a tool exist? And if one does, put it in the chat. Just clamp without any effort. That sounds really nice about now. I have to stand up slightly to get them in there. All right. Good thing is I only have to do that 8 more times for the other axle. All righty. Where do these go? On the outside, and then 2 M3 nuts on the inside. Not lock nuts, just nuts. They do want you to use some thread lock, which I believe is included. Let me hunt around in the box here. Yep. Anti-wear grease. Silicone for the shocks. Oh wait, maybe there is no thread lock. Stand by, stand by. Here's as if you have to supply your own thread lock. Shaft remover. You will damage your thumb. Yes, I know. See, it's already red. Another gift for SPG. We'll get to that later. Not to worry, I have my own thread lock. All right, what size here? M3 by 12. I do believe is that one. Yes. Yes. So what's everyone's plans for the rest of today? What's going to be happening for you? I'm going to be working later. Gabriel, this is the TWS CTS VTR 4x4. Just applying some thread lock. Nice quiet build for today. Staying inside. That's a good start. I'm going to definitely have to take the dog for another walk. Poor dog this morning. He didn't want to wear his coat, but I made him wear it. And then we get out there and I get home and he's got snot icicles around his nose. Poor dog. He didn't know. He was thrilled to be outside. He saw a friend. I was like, okay, I gotta get back in. I've got this live stream to do today. Did anybody catch Josh's live stream last night? I think I'll run my Mojave. Ooh, that's a good choice. As long as it's not too cold where you are. It's frigging freezing here. Okay, there we go. Link's done. Looking good. Let's move on. Another page. Say make 2 or anything? No, it didn't. Okay, so we're just rocking and rolling here. All right. Look, top of this page is CVD drive shaft assembly. Let's build some drive shafts. These, and I'm going to need a sip of my coffee. Bills versus Patriots. Ah, the sports ball. All right. That's a thing. Are the Buffalo Bills a good squadron? I haven't watched football in probably 10 years. This looks quite interesting, this part. This out of the way, so there's some space to build. Nice to see Nicole back with her swearing like a trucker. Yeah, definitely. It comes quite naturally to her. I do believe. All right, anti-wear grease. I'm going to use all the stuff that came with except thread lock. So use their grease. Sip of that coffee. 64 degrees. That must be nice. My friend Sam Barkley got me this, or Sam. I said his last name wrong. No, maybe it is Sam Barkley. Anyway, Sam got me this mug. He works at a Jeep dealership. It's excellent. It keeps coffee hot all day long. Shock pliers. I have shock pliers, but they can smush the pillow balls. Well, they're not good for that. Nobody's put a link in the chat though. Matt does not sports. I sports a little bit. I Formula One. That's sports. That's a sport. Minus 40 Celsius. Good God. That sounds terrible. Okay, let's build some shafts. Stop mucking about, drinking your coffee and reading your stuff. Don't you got to stay in a room with her at Nationals? I haven't said anything bad about her. I love Nicole. And she knows it. We're tight because we both have the same hatred for Josh. All right. These should be fairly self-explanatory. Nice little grease container. Look at that. Classy. There's my blade. There's my blazer. Where is it? What's going on here? There it is. Remember that scene in Dodgeball where the villain is introducing all of his teammates? This here is Laser and Blade. And he's like, and Blazer. Oh, man. I like stupid jokes. Zip. All right. If you haven't built a CVD joint by now, what have you been doing with yourself? Just applying grease to the inside of that CV joint. Then we stick this in there. And then get one of these pins. Put it all together. Hopefully. Huh. Go. Cool. Number one. Let's do another one. There's the short side and a long side, but they appear to be the same length. Drive axle short, drive axle long, but it's a centered diff. So maybe something got lost in translation there, Nash. I'll allow it. Not a deal breaker. Huh. Now the locker definitely looks interesting too. I'll show you that here in a second. So load this up here. Made a mess of that blade. I'm going to have to replace it. Where'd the other thing go? Uh-oh. Oh, it's in there already. Never mind. Did I just see a question about Formula One? Did you put the cross joint in? Yes? It's the only way that would be staying together. Okay. Does this go? This must be for later. Same with those ones. Okay. Now, Matt, who's your favorite F1 driver and why is it Nikita Mazepin? It's not Nikita Mazepin. Yuck. He's the worst at driving and being a human being. Now the Russian mob's probably going to kill me. I'm not a fan of Nikita Mazepin, though. Who do I like? I like what's his face? Why am I having trouble? It's morning. I'm sleepy. 5x10x4. That appears to be that. Yep. He used to be a world champion. Not Lewis Hamilton. I love Lewis, but that's not who I'm thinking of right now. I am thinking of... Okay, let's put the... Is this the right bearing for this? 8x14. Yep. That's about right. Yes. He's on Aston Martin. Sebastian Vettel. I think that guy is a very good human. And he's a heck of a driver. And I think that team is actually going to be better this year. Mazepin. Yeah, exactly. Oh, Protect shock pliers. Copy that. Has a cutout in one handle and a stud in the other. Brilliant. Brilliant. I will definitely give that a go. Thank you for that. All right, so we put the pinion in. Let's make a locker spool. This looks very interesting. It's a little bit different from other designs in that you have a couple of grub screws that go in there to clamp down on the drive shafts. And then you've got these pins. This is all not, I don't think it's machined, but it's cast. But it looks pretty good. Good quality. Maybe it is machined. I don't know. No, excuse me, that's cast for sure. So that keys into that. How does that stay on? I guess it just sits, and then you put a couple of bearings on either end. That one, idiot. Bearings go on there. 8x14s again. Okay. There and there. And then you drop this in after we grease it up. Hi, Craig. Hope the shop is busy today. Should be. It's a Saturday. It's cold. People want to go inside. It's like I'm frosting a cake. It's weird. Maybe you can't put a link in the chat. DM me a link. Actually, you know what? Don't even bother. I'll find it. I know what I'm looking for now. Why I don't have one already is beyond me. I've built enough links in my day. Really should have one. Okay, so that's all nicely greased, and then we've got these two grub screws. So let's drop this in first. Oh, nice fit, nice and smooth. Get our grub screw on, which are in this little package. I'm dumping everything out here. I should be using like a part thingy, but I'm super lazy about emptying it out of all the other parts that I have right now. Oh, nice. Like Traxxas, the grub screws already have some thread lock applied. TBA, apparently the cost of this is like $240 something, according to some others who have already posted about it. I didn't know where I could get one, but I guess RC Mart or Asia Tees has it, and I'm sure more places will have it. No, it's not that. Nash is our TWS expert, and he works there, so we'll let him tell us. Wrong. CVD first? I didn't put them in all the way. I know they have to. I know that's how it works. Don't worry. Everything's good, guys. I lightly put them in. Oh, there has to be a bearing on this too. See? Look. I didn't smash it in there. I love that you guys are on it, though. Thank you. I appreciate it very much. It does make it easier knowing that there's somebody else or a couple people here who have already built one. You skipped the pins. What pins? Oh, the pins. Ah, okay. I get it. Thank you. Don't give me a hard time. It's brand new. I've never done this before. That does make sense, though. It would be a long way to try to screw those all the way in. I didn't look closely enough. I'll admit it. So these are the same pins. I don't have to go into any other step, I presume. It's just these pins here. That's pretty smart. I like that. And let's make sure we keep these in phase. Where's your space? Where is my space heater? Good question. That one doesn't want to slide in. This one did. Look, you get really close up on this, so bear with me for a moment. There we go. Drop right in. Yes. Let's mount that one first. What does that mean in phase? Good question, Vidjo. In some cases, I don't know if it's going to apply here, but I always make sure I line up my drive shafts so the pins are all aligned. For example, like I want to make sure that the pin there matches the pin here. I don't know if it really makes a big difference, but it definitely can. I'm going to have to pop that pin out. It'll come out. There is a shaft remover if I need it. That works. Mounted the shafts on the wrong sides. Oh, so I did. They are slightly different. Longer's for the left. Thank you, guys. I thought for sure. It's a magnet. That's the shaft remover. Pays to pay attention. Look at this tiny little Ziploc bag. I've never seen one so small. Let's get this shaft out of here. Zip. That's great. I like that. Okay, so my shafts are on the wrong side. I think we can all say we've had that problem. One point or another. Oh, I love that. So handy. Okay, so this is obviously the long shaft. Or this is the long shaft. That's probably going to work a lot better now. Oh, yeah. It's probably perfect. You know, the terrible thing would be to use the shaft remover as the shaft. And then you'd be screwed because that would be in there forever. That's so much better. Thank you. Thank you, team. That's an interesting way to lock this together. It's pretty unique. I've never seen anything quite like that. Tamiya did something, I guess, slightly similar in that this was how you used a grub screw to unlock the diff. Okay, let's put that magnet back in here so we don't lose that, because that's handy. Stick it to my workbench. Long shaft is always good. And it looks like we're all in phase there. Everything's spinning smoothly. So we can move on to the next step, which is the knuckle and axle cover assembly. Back to the D-bag. I think we got a link in there. Thank you, guys. Thanks very much. And thank you for watching out for the spammers there. RC Mask Master, hello. Good to see you, my friend. What else do we need here? Need Knuckles. There. All right. Let's do the diff cover first. Don't over tighten the grub screw. Copy that. I left it tight-ish. Tight adjacent. Okay, that keys nicely into place. And where are the screws for that? These guys here. 2. I have 6. Nash, do you include extra hardware? Andy Millionaire, G-Shocker, thank you very much. YouTube app decides I can't watch the live stream. We'll watch later. Have a fun build. Kit looks nice. Thanks, Andy. Take care. I have a Tamiya blockhead sitting upstairs, waiting for a rainy day. Now, I also like to do these diagonally, so it kind of gets an even amount of torque on every corner first. Which electric screwdriver do you use? I am using the DeWalt 8-volt max lithium-ion gyroscopic hand driver. What's great about this is that, and I'm also using the Traxxas tips, the 5mm tips. The great thing about this is that when you hold it down, it changes direction based on which way you turn your hand. So if you want to tighten, righty-tighty. If you want to loosen, lefty-loosey. How does this, is this supposed to just key on there? I feel like that could come off. Oh, I forgot a bearing on the backside. 5x10. Good thing that didn't come into play. Oops. There we go. Okay. Nice. Nice, cute little axle. I like this very much. All right. We need 5x10s on the outside. Yes. Are these numbered? No, but I think I can probably figure it out. And we need 10x15x4. And it. That's it. These bigger ones here. There we go. Nice. So early. Must be for people across the pond. Yeah, it exactly is, Daytona Rob. Thanks for checking in. Watching you live while I try to do hidden body mount on a TRX4. Fun. Went to Duncan, came back, links and axle almost done. Nice. Yes, and only another axle to go. We might be here for a while. I'm going to try to get as much done as I can. I would like to actually get the whole thing constructed today. And it might be optimistic on a live stream to do that, but we'll see how it goes. Uh-oh, what's going on here? Right? Ah, hey, that's right on. Sean Katie Thomas. I'm glad you bought the same one. It is an awesome driver. I use it all the time. Doing wrong here. Maybe this needs to go first. What are the odds of Matt putting the knuckles on wrong? I don't think it goes that way. It has to go this way. Twist it. Okay. Ah, gotcha. Perfect. Smart. That's why, Nash, you're the expert, and I'm the top-rated amateur. We've got a spacer, and then another little insert there, and then an M3 by 10, which I will put in by hand. Oh, Dana already linked the kit? Oh, great. Or link. I want to make sure there's still plenty of throw, which there is. The other thing I'm dealing with is that this workshop is always freezing too. So my hands are cold. My fingers hurt. Oh yeah? Well, now your back's gonna hurt because you just pulled yard duty. Check out the name tag, Grandma. You're in my world now. Don't make me tell you what movie that is. Yeah, which Burlington? That's a good question. Is it the Canada, Ontario Burlington? So I hope I'm using 10s. Good test kit for the new ISDT budget ESC. Yeah, maybe. Maybe. I've seen a lot of people reviewing that one already. Seems to be a pretty popular unit. I mean, it's dirt cheap, so if it does half the things it says it does. Sorry, my drive CVD pin just popped out slightly there. Entirely. Perfect. Father and Son RC, thank you very much for the high five. A crisp high five. Brian, I'm Matt. Josh is the other guy that I do a lot of live streaming with, and challenges and monthly mayhems and all kinds of stuff. So we do a bunch of video series together. The SCX24 being one of them. Hi Ryan, I'm thinking of pinching the front fenders on a 3D printed body. Is a heat gun a good thing to use? Oof. On a 3D printed body, I guarantee you won't get the heat into the places you want with a 3D print. It'll just kind of melt everything and make everything cruddy. So I wouldn't recommend that. Okay, there's the front axle assembled. Looking good. Now, steering links. We're gonna skip those because these instructions are for the axle mounted, and we're gonna have to skip that because we're doing chassis mount, and I'm gonna have to muddle my way through that one. So we're gonna skip most of that. I think I can do the drag link at least. That one's probably not going to be any different. Just got word that my carbon fiber was delivered, and it sounds like the furnace just decided to click off. So I'm going to go reset that real quick. F5. Mm-hmm. F2. Dog. Dog barking at things. All right. Give me a sec to turn the furnace back on. 1 second. Talk amongst yourselves. Here I am. Need some grub screws. Oh, and more pillow balls. I'll wait until that's installed. Oh yeah, that's right. Your girlfriend does want this kit. That's right, Dana. I remember that. Well, maybe she should get one. You seem pretty extreme, but I guess that's correct. Pretty good. Gonna have to start making links again. Are you done yet? I am not done yet. We're just getting started. Where's that link tool? Oh, yes. It makes it slightly less awkward. Was it a good stream last night? I was busy playing Horizon 5. I've got my priorities straight. I checked in once. What do you want from me? That appears to be the right size link. Exceptional. All right. It's my pillow ball collection. Also a great game. It is an exceptional game. I am having a blast with it. I love racing cars. Such a weak man. I don't think I can get them in. My hands are too cold. Can't get the right leverage. Might have to cheat here. And the vise. I can get them in that way. Isn't Josh out crawling this morning? Is he? Don't know. I'm using my shock pliers, but this is a really terrible way to do it. Although, hang on. Is that the thing? No, probably not, because If it were, there'd be a way to like clamp it. Pushing keys doesn't give you finger strength. Thanks, Brad. I also click a mouse a lot. Oh, Josh and Brandon have a play date. That's nice. Good for them. Good for them. That's nice. All right. Let's skip ahead a little bit. We don't really need that done right now. We'll get on to more link construction. Yay me. What's a decent budget servo for a class 3 build? Probably, I don't know that budget and class 3 really go together. And I'm not being a jerk about it. I just don't think you can go budget in class 3. That's a personal opinion. I think you're really selling yourself short if you do that. Because those trucks need to be very, very tough, very strong. The last thing I want to be doing today in this weather is link construction. I really need those shock ply or pillow ball plier things. I wish they could be delivered instantly. My poor thumb. The rod end in use is for the panhard rod. Cool. They're all curved though. They all have. Oh, I see. The slightly less curved one. Got it. Okay, I'll take those off and use those for those ones. Yes, I know I need the shock pliers. Just don't have them. All right, let's keep on trucking. Moving right along. Budget in the way that you and Josh do budget builds or an actual budget? Ouch! That hurts my soul. I think he meant like budget as in like a cheap option for servo. I mean, I don't usually skimp on the servo. That's not where I would not spend money. Because a good servo is an important thing to have. You don't want that to be the thing that prevents you from turning. But I know I need the shock pliers. I need them. Why don't I have a pair already? Is an excellent question. No, it's fine. It's just don't worry about it, Nash. It's my mistake because I went through them and I looked at them very quickly and thought they were all the same, but they're not. But these shock pliers go to 11. Has someone mentioned shock pliers yet? I have shock pliers and I've been using them, but they damage the pillow balls because these are not metal. They're plastic. So I'm just trying to like not damage them. Oh, that's good. That's good. That's great. All right. Let's get this axle finished so we can make more things. Again, these key in here. A, because they are labeled. B. How do you feel about the quality? The quality feels pretty good, Joe. It's got some fiber in it, so it does have not as much flexibility. Like, you remember the Honcho links? Remember those plastic links? These are not. They are not that. They're better than that. Okay. Let's make an axle. Oh, man. Chris, were you here when I was talking about my furnace and how it's terrible? It's a brand new furnace. It's just they've made it so it's so efficient and so good that it just decides that it's been heating too much on these cold days, and that it shouldn't heat anymore, and it just turns itself off. It's something to do with, like, the guy who came to look at it, he goes, well, the problem is that your house is old, and the vents and everything, they may not be as efficient as they could be, and the system thinks that it's overheating, and it shouldn't heat the house anymore, so it just decides to shut off. So last night I had to get up 4 times because the house got down to like 14 degrees Celsius, and I had to go manually reset the furnace. And I was like, is there anything I can do? And the guy's like, not really. It should start up again when it gets colder. Yeah, it should, but it goes into like this fault mode. It's some sort of like preventative thing so it doesn't break something or overheat something or burn the house down. It's really stupid. I was like, so because I got a super high efficiency, high quality furnace, what did I do now, Nash? Ducts are cleaned. It's not the ducts. It's just the fact that this house was built in the early 1900s. Couldn't they upgrade your ductwork? Like I said, this house is a mishmash of like 5 different renovations over about 104 years, so not so much. M3x5. Isn't that what I put in there? Yeah. That's what I put in there. They maybe not, maybe they didn't look that way from where you were sitting, but they are definitely M3x5s. Yeah, there's nothing wrong in there. We're all good. Hey, more links. But this should be the end of that. I'm hoping. Just make sure to sell your house in the summertime. It's too late. I've already done this live stream. No one will buy it. Yeah. Free natural gas helps out a ton. How do you get free natural gas? Is that like the next YouTube video I'm going to be watching? How to get free natural gas. Instead of like a free Coke fridge. Take off the upper left link on the front axle now. Oh yeah, right, because we're not doing the 4-link front. Good call. I would have figured that out. Oh, I really smashed that one up. Hello from Hey, Simon. Yes, I did a Euro-friendly stream today. I thought I would help everybody out on the other side of the world. Same procedure here with the upper links. I like this. I like this little nut situation here. It's good. And that one doesn't want to go in though. Oh, okay. And we'll need some thread lock again. Where'd that go? Yeah, definitely. Thanks to Nash at TWS for both sending me this and also for building kits, because that is so key to this hobby, isn't it? Kits are important. Kits are fun. Kits teach you things. Like, enough good things cannot be said about a good kit. And so far, this is a good kit. I'm having a blast. Are good, solid fun. And I like the construction of this so far. I haven't found anything like there's definitely some different things, but not bad different, just different. All right, drive axle, long and short. Here we go again. I know which one is the long one now. And eclipse. Let's give the early stream a like button. Thank you guys. Thank you very much. There will be an RTR version. All right, cool. Ay, come on. Eclipse. Everyone's favorite part. The problem, the other thing about the furnace. Yeah, they called these Viteras here too. I think that's probably the VTR portion of it, yes. The other part of the furnace story is that when it gets really cold and then it shuts itself off in the middle of the night, I wake up and it's 14 degrees Celsius in the house. It takes all day to get this house back up to a normal temperature of like 21 or 22. Sometimes when it's this cold, when it's like minus 20 like it is right now, I'll never get there. It's the worst. Okay, let's get the ring and pinion assembly in there. Just wait for the eclipse and the shocks. Oh boy. Oh, contract with the gas transfer line that runs through the property. Free gas and royalty quarterly. Oh, wow. Nice. Good deal. Okay, so bearing on the back, pinion and thick bearing. Center. Are you guys able to see everything okay? The overhead cam's always better for a kit build, I think. Now let's do this in the right order again here, dummy. YSU, that would be fantastic. The guy who came didn't seem to think there was any way to work around this. I really hope that there is, though, because there's got to be a workaround. It's like error code 1.3 or 3.3. I think they're the same, but it's infuriating. It really is. All right, let's frost this cake again. Some grease. And the weird thing about all of this furnace nonsense, I know it's such an interesting story. Yeah, error code on the furnace itself. The Nest thermostat doesn't say anything. It's just like, I don't know what's happened. It's a carrier. But it doesn't, like, it only happens when it's like really wicked cold. Got the wrong bearing on that side? Good. Okay. You're wearing the heated jacket under the hoodie? You know what? I forgot about that heated hoodie. I gotta go grab that. That would make a difference. I need a heated sock. Oh, bearings first. Can't forget those. .32 and humid. I would take some of that right about now. Let me tell you. Bonus on the 4th floor. It never gets cold. Yeah. There's that thing about heat rising, I guess. Okay. Let's get these shafts in here. Put them on the right side this time. I promise. Wrong side of locker. Oh. Oh, yes. Good call. Thank you. Boy, I'm so glad that Nash is here. And that other gentleman, SCH Peck. Get my hands all greasy. Because you got to reverse this. Yes, sure. Spreck. Spreck? Me. It only happens when you really... Agreed. It only happens when you really need heat. Like today. There we go. Okay. Now, which one's the magnet? That one. Now the book is all greasy. Yeah, I know. Well, it's not going in the it'll go into the archives, and I probably won't need to reference it too much. Oy. You should get in touch with A-Main there, Nash. That would be a good call. They're a big online retailer in North America. It's where I buy a lot of my stuff. In fact, if I can't get it local. Right. There we go. Moving on. Huh. So this is just exposed. The E-clip stays exposed like that? Need to invest in a nice pellet stove. Yeah. That might not be a bad idea. I've got a pellet pizza oven. Do you think that would work? Probably not. That's why you made the TWS logo separate, so you could put them on the opposite side if needed. It's a good Saturday when you can wake up to an SBG Live. Agreed. Been an hour and a half, and I've got 2 axles to show for it. Don't you eat lunch? I had a bagel before we started here, so I'm gonna be okay. It's only 11:30 here, so. Jimmy Two Horses, I think a Capra would fit into class 3. There's no regulation on body width, I don't think, in class 3, so you should be fine. I don't know that I would use one though. Class 3 might eat a Capra for breakfast. All right, now we're getting into the transfer case. Fun. I'm going to start moving some pieces here because I don't think we'll be needing that stuff. Some things I can toss. Get myself some paper towel. Clean my hands a little bit. Snowed in, and it's your first live stream watch. I do like your channel. Thank you. Hey, thanks. Appreciate that. Thanks for watching. Hope you're learning something. Hope you're enjoying watching this go together. These can be quite fun, these builds. Guesses on the temperature. Uni for the feet. Slide my feet right into the end of the uni. That would be great. Okay. Guesses on temperature in here, because I've got a handy temperature scale there. Any guesses? Celsius or Fahrenheit? Let me know. The error code is 13, and I think I've also seen 33. Okay. Step 3. Bet you we're going to need this gift in a little bit here, too. Step 3. Is there plastic for step 3? I think I have to search the bags. Some bonus parts as well. Oh, okay. Got some good numbers here. I'm going to say it's 14. Maybe 13. Which is around 58. Very uncomfortable. Not enjoyable. It's the H bag we'll be needing, and step 3 hardware. Those plastics are going to shatter in your hands. Oh, that's yeah. Not nice. Not nice at all. As I'm going here, there is some leftover hardware. I think it's probably from the axle mounted servo, so I'm just going to pop that back into bags step 1 and 2, just so I have that handy if I need to go back to it. Put on a flannel. I'm wearing one under the hoodie, but it is uncomfortable, to say the very least. Not nice. Okay, so some suitable parts in step 5 bag. Okay, well, I've got that handy just in case. So first things first, on this transfer case, and I think we're going to find this throughout most of this kit, these gears are plastic. So just a heads up there. This won't be a comp crawler. Thanks, YSU. I really appreciate that. That's very kind of you. Right, so the step 5 stuff we'll need are the shafts, obviously. Are. Yeah, it's a cold one. Not enjoyable. Okay, so it looks like we've got 2 by 7 by 8. There's also this one that has a hole in it. Is this the same one? Gear shaft, gear shaft. Yes, these are the same. Okay. There's a few of those, actually, because we need to make a bunch. 3 for this one and 1 for this one. H4. Are these labeled? Negative. It's a 20 tooth, though. So, I guess we can start counting teeth. $20. Okay. We'll need some bearings. Size bearings. 10 by 4. Some shafts. 2 by 7 by 8. Sean and Katie, thank you very much. Keep it up. I will. Does that not seem correct? Don't tighten down the cases at all. Just have them touching. Copy that. Thank you. I think I've already hooped myself because this shaft doesn't want to. Got the wrong shafts. Still get that out though. Smaller. Here they are. Perfect. Okay. Crisis averted. That is to get on there. To give that a little tappy. Tom Edwards, thanks very much. SPG is fantastic. Keep on tiny trucking. I will do my very best. Get a little tappy. Tap, tap, taparoo. So the bearing goes on the end. Sure, that's good. But then what? Dang it. That's not correct. I have to take this off again. Should have looked at the diagram first. Bye, Chris. Have a good day. Ouch. That goes in first, and then you tap it down. Then you put the other pin in. Weird. Okay. There we go. And then the bearing goes on. Will you do a review of this? Well, I'm sort of doing this as the review, I'd say. And that, and then, oh, where's spacers? Spacers from previous step, maybe. Need the model number of your furnace. Okay. Yeah, I will. You know what, YSU, why don't you DM me on Instagram and we can have this conversation later. But I really do appreciate it. So yeah, like, don't think I'm blowing you off. I just want to focus on getting this done first. But that would be really helpful. Thank you. Rich Trujillo, how you doing, my man? How's everything going? Hopefully it's warmer there than it is here. But we want to know about your furnace as well. It's not an interesting story anymore. I'm over it. Trust me. When he was like, yeah, there's not much you can do, I was sort of like, that's That's not great news. How about a different furnace? And then he's like, well, the problem is I don't think we can get it down your stairs. Because again, it's like a super old house. So pretty annoying. Okay, and I'm going to assume, because I need 3 of these, that these are the 25s, which it appears to be. 1 left for the reducer box. Okay. So 9x8s here. It's the longer of the shaft. Cool. Now, similar here, I'm going to put one of these in. Nash, maybe in another revision, you could make these gears slightly easier to get on. They are very tight. Like, very tight. Bearing on the end. Spacer. Maybe too many assembly way than the other one. Maybe? It's a metal housing for the Planetary gear set. Yes, I know. I have it. It was a gift for SBG. Very nice to have that included. Thank you. Okay, that's 1. Let's make another one. Waking up to the voice and face of Matt. Now I know how your wife feels. You're assuming that she's awake. She might be now. She wasn't at first. Yeah, this is a little fiddly, but it's okay. I'm not like annoyed in any way. It's just this is all time consuming, especially if you've never done it before and you want to do it right the first time. Are we putting a Mamba 5700 kV in this? Yeah. Let's wreck some stuff. Let's just melt these gears. That's a good idea. No, I think this will get a brushed motor for sure. Do you have a wheel nut wrench? A wheel nut wrench. You can use it to push. Yeah, I could. That's true. I'm not having a hard time now. I think it's just like I'm saying for other people, this might not be optimal. You might want to like consider a little easier gear to get onto the shaft. That's all I'm suggesting. I mean, it's good that they're tight, good tolerances, but it just might be slightly too tight. That's all I'm suggesting. Hi from Israel. Hello, Cass RC. Thanks for joining the stream. And Portugal. Hello, Carlos. See, I'm so glad I did a midday or early morning stream, because it means so many other people get to watch. It's great. The body is not pre-drilled or cut. No, it is uncut for your pleasure. Cool. Okay, that's all three. Now, let's get the transfer case plastics out. Oh, these are molded in gray plastic. Dark gray. Cool. I've got all those. One of these doesn't get used. And let's make sure we have this correct. Looks like we do. Yes. And we take a 25 tooth on the bottom. That goes there. Take another 25 tooth and it goes through this way. Good. Good so far. And then the 20 tooth goes on the top. Now let's grease this. What do you think of the Vitera Ascender? Well, since Rich is here, that's a great truck. It's a little long in the tooth. It's very old by the standards now. And you'd be better off getting something newer. That would be my advice. But you're allowed to, do whatever you like, whatever makes you happy. Rich left. Okay, good. Vitera didn't go bankrupt. That's not what happened. Vitera is owned by Horizon Hobby. And when Horizon bought Axial, they were like, well, we're not going to have two crawlers, so they killed off the Vitera line. There's a gear not touching the others, it seems. I believe that to be correct, unless I chose the wrong gear for the top one, which I don't think is possible. I think that's intentional. I don't know that they're supposed to touch, because if they did, they wouldn't be able to turn. Right? Everything would get all bound up. Does that grease seem to stay where you put it? Yeah, it seems okay. I think it's just a black grease. Yeah, it's correct. I know what I'm doing. Please notice the gear direction. Okay, so now we can put this case together. Everything's still moving freely. Let's turn the page. Element's good. Yeah, I like Element trucks. The Planetary reducer assembly. Now, here's where my gift comes into play. TWS sent along the Planetary gear carrier, which appears to be metal. Morning, Chainsaw. Got some shims in there. And instructions, but I think these instructions will probably be covered by the rest of this. RC Manchild, have you ever heard or tried the hair bun donut foam replacement mod? No. I didn't know that was a thing. I've never heard of that. Is that like, you get that at like Dwayne Reed or CVS or It's Walgreens. They're starting to carry RC parts, I guess. No finger blade. Hey, Rods RC, thanks for the kind words. Paul's 1816. How difficult has this kit been so far? I'm not going to say it's been difficult. I think it's partially because I'm like watching the chat. I'm looking at the instructions. I've never built this before, and I'm definitely missing things. I should be paying more close attention. I will say that for sure. So it looks like we have to do a little disassembly and then reassembly. But let's check here first. They sent some bonus parts here. I think there's some elements of this for building the Planetary transmission, but this replaces all of those. But yeah, I do have to disassemble parts of it. So let's take some of it apart. Love you, Dad. Oh. I didn't know I had a son. Tiny chance you may need to skip a Shimmer 4. This has really tight tolerances. Okay, thank you very much, Spreck. Hair Donuts works really great. What color am I going to do the body? I haven't decided yet. I don't know. I'm sort of torn. I've got some ideas. I might do like a flat gray painted on the outside. Because I have that really nice sort of like dove gray from On Point that I kind of think I might want to use. Okie dokie. So we need a bearing, 4x8x3, tiny bearings. Hold me closer, tiny bearing. And then another one goes in here. Right. Need some H6 guys, which are these. These. What glue do you use for hard bodies? Well, in what regard? Like for gluing accessories to a hard body? Eric, this kit can be found apparently at RC Mart. I could be wrong on that one. Degrease those here in a minute. Bag is this stuff like that. No. Nash, if you're there, Asia Tees. Should I use the bonus part spur or the regular eye bag spur? Ute. Check the tiny manual that came with the Planetary thing. Oh. Yep, okay, you need the shims. Let's shim it up. Oh, there's the Asia Tees. Thanks, Travis. Much appreciated. My friend. So they're saying shim. I'm shimming. Bonus. Yeah, I didn't actually check to see how many people are watching. How many people are watching? Oh, good turnout. Yeah, definitely. Thanks, guys. Be sure to hit the like button, subscribe if you haven't already, and ring that notification bell so you get updates anytime there's a new video from the Scale Builders Guild. It's almost noon. We've been going for 2 hours. I feel like once we get some of this more fiddly stuff out of the way, things will start to heat up, literally and figuratively. Gotta do the screen grab thumbs up as you say that. Oh. It's that magnet. I am so smart. SMRT. Oops, one fell off. That's going to come in handy, having that magnet. Use that all the time. Yeah, actually, you know what? Those shims are great. Definitely use them. Almost noon. It's 5 p.m. Well, it's noon where I am. Right. VTR also has a website. They do? I couldn't find it anywhere. I was going to put in the link. All I found was the Facebook page, where Nash is also an administrator there. Moose Jaw, coffee up and running. Excellent. I am also coffeeing it up. Now, we need to grease these. So let's do that. Actually, let's hold off on that for a second. We'll get this other piece put together here. With the spur, the main shaft, all those bits. I'm using the bonus parts. What's better, blue or red servos? Well, blue means they're waterproof. Don't listen to what I just said. That is not true. It might be partially true. TWS is the website. Okay. Hang on. First, we need the main shaft. Let me put this on the back of the main shaft. Okay. This goes like that. I want racing stripe servos for extra horsepower. That story checks out. We need to put this on. Like so. Yes. Yes. Good. Then we need a pin, 2 by 9.8. That goes through there. I believe. Yes. Then the bearing, oops, pin popped out. Goes through there. Bearing goes on top of that to keep the pin in place. They don't show. Oh, bearing goes on the other side of this. Okay. Yep. Good. Actually, you don't need to put the bonus parts now, but it's okay. All right. It's done. So we're doing it. We're sticking with it. Okay. J parts. Where's the J parts? If you're just joining us, we're building the TWS CTS chassis VTR 4x4. Oh, hey, look who it is. You coming up here? Jump on up. Jump on up. Oh, yes. Where's the dog? There he is. Thank you. That's nice. All right. Good to see you. Thanks for coming in and visiting. Oh, you're going to hang out in here? It's way too cold for you. Glitchy puppy. Yeah. It's I'm using the background remover. So he's like cloudy. How's the temp in there? Rebecca's in like head to toe sweatpants. Oh man. What is the temp? 17 in the house. It's going to have to deal with it. Oh man. Glitch dog, glitch thumbs up. Nice. Poor glitchy puppy. He's doing the best he can. Okay. What do we got here? That looks like a part we need. And this also appears to be a part we need. I'm chuffed by this though. I like these tiny trucks. I need more parts here. This goes into here. Then we've got the planetary case somewhere. Where's that at? Oh, it's I. Brian, I'm from Toronto, Canada. That's where I am right now. Okay, here we go. That's good. Let's start greasing things. Franco, thanks for checking in from the UK. I appreciate that very much. That's sort of the reason I did this, was to get more people from over the pond. And I think that's succeeded. I was like, you know what? I want to build this kit. Let's get it done. I should be working on my comp trucks, but it's too cold. I'd rather sit here and build a kit with you guys. And I appreciate everybody watching and hanging out. I know these streams can be long, but if you're already doing something in the workshop, it's great background noise. The dulcet tones of the Scale Builders Guild. All right, done that cake frosting. Are we getting lots of snow? No. It's actually, I think what happens is that it's too cold for snow to happen. Even snow's like, nah, I'm good. Just lubing up the planetary gears here. A nice healthy coat. Goop. Your grease container says anti-wear grease as opposed to rapid wear. Well, I think it's preventing wear. That's the point of that, I think. So this goes in there like that. Yes. And then this piece will go in here somehow. Yep, there we go. And then this will, oh yes, it'll key in. There'll be one hole bigger, I presume. Let me just find it. There it is. Nice. Good way to know you made sure you got it right. What's my IG handle? Scale Builders Guild. That's it. And then this goes on the front. Did I lose a bearing? Perhaps? No. Good there. So go to place. Should only go one way. Oh yeah, keys in again. Man, I had this way upside down. Oh. I need some long ass screws for that. Hey Craig, we're doing the TWS CTS VTR 4x4. That's what's going on today. Snap screws are from where? That one, not that one. This one. Hardware bagger than have screws in. Not that one. Must just be not seeing them. Ah, here they are. Found them. Is it intended to resemble a geo tracker? Tracker or Vitera. They're all sort of in that kind of realm, I believe. I should have a space heater going in here. It is frigid. Yeah, I'm going to go slow with this. Make sure I get it right. I'm not going to over tighten as per directed by Spreck. Good to have people who have had some experience putting these together helping me along, including Nash from TWS himself. It's pretty amazing. Thank you for watching this and playing along. .5-inch wheelbase. Yes, it's short. It's cute. Not a big truck. And is that it? One more. Cool. How's the... Oh, yes. Great action on that. Feeling good. That bearing back on. All right. Planetary gears done. Let's get the front of that case on there now. That's like jupe short. Yeah, it is. It's a tiny little truck, which I'm pretty excited about. Okay, now and 20 10s. I mean, sorry. Screws 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, that's actually a really good point. Some other builds that I've done. This is from Base Addict. Oh, hold on. Oh, thank you. Yep. Thank you. It's too easy. I got it. I got it. This has the bolt housing going out. That doesn't get greased, eh? Well, metal on plastic probably doesn't need it. Thanks for that, Spreck. Yeah, this thing from Base Addict here. I love the kit. It turned out great. Love how nothing is copied off other trucks. It's so different. It is and it isn't, right? I mean, there's a lot of things from MST that seem pretty familiar to this build, but in relation to, like, say, G-Made, there's a lot of stuff on a G-Made truck that looks like it was lifted concept-wise from other trucks on the market. This one so far, can't say that. It's all very unique, which is great. Yeah, I'm glad that Spreck is here too. I mean, I'm glad you're all here. You should check the I-4 part in page 11. Yeah, it's on there, and it is aligned. The pins are aligned. But I don't see, like, is this supposed to be bolted in? I don't see how it could be. I mean, I guess you could screw something in there, but it doesn't show any bolts on it. Technical support. That's good, Brent. That's very good. Everything's... Oh, man, that is smooth. Did you see the 3 holes? Yes, and they line up. Everything lines up there. That's how it was supposed to go, right? Yes, Spreck, you can... in fact... I'm not sure if you're on the Scale Builders Guild forum. If you are or you're not, if you aren't, join. And if you are, let me know what your screen name is there, and I'll upgrade you to a VIP membership free of charge for all your help today. Thank you. Okay, J1. The motor mount. That's going to go there. Mold seems something a bit weird about that. Oh, I see. I got it. Yes. Thank you. I got it. That's why it wasn't lining up properly. Thank you. This piece doesn't quite line up properly. See? There's a bit of a gap there. That's a bit strange. Oh, I have it. Idiot. There we go. Fits perfectly. I'm glad I'm here. M2.5 by 10. Yep. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 2, 3, 4. That is a nice compact little unit too. Transfer case, transmission. Yeah, the Wrangler body should fit that 242 mil wheelbase. I like these streams. Matt's making all the tiny mistakes for me in case I get one. That's why I do these. My failures are your successes. That's how this works. It's a great way for us to spend some time together as well. You get to hear about my personal triumphs and setbacks. That's great. Look at this. It's nicely engineered, and it's a small little tiny unit. Motor obviously will go up here. Is there a case? There must be a case that covers all of this, because that's where your pinion matches up with the spur. We are scary successful then. Ah, right on. You're a member of the forum, Spreck. Okay, I will take care of that later, or you can just message me. We're also going to be skipping motor today because I have not chosen any electronics for this truck yet. But they do give you a range of spur and pinion or pinion options on your final drive ratio. 20 tooth gives you a 50-to-1 ratio, which is pretty good. You can go as low as 62.5 and you can go as high as 40. Same name as here. Okay, perfect, Spreck. Thank you. So, yeah, like I said, we're going to skip motor for now, and we're just going to keep going because there are many more steps. There's the cover that will go over your motor and spur, which cleans it up nicely, has the logo emblazoned upon it. Put an 8S system in. I'd suggest 6S. Spectrum Crawler Combo. Crawlmaster 13 tooth. Yeah, that would be nice. Oh, Alex, I know you like the tiny stuff. I know it. Yeah. Okay, let's keep moving forward. This is all coming together quite nicely. There's our transfer case. There's our transmission. It appears as if these are actually divorced. Cool. Can't wait to get to that. All right. Moving on. I think we're getting into the meat of the chassis now. Here's this, which goes on here. Oh, gotta get some nuts in there first. Get the nuts. Man, it is cold in here. I am not joking. It is freezing. Oh, I can almost see my breath. 27 turn Holmes Trailmaster. Shaft is a bit long on those, yes. So this, you've probably seen a lot of kits use this where the nut gets stuck in there, and then that is how it gets retained without having to like drill through plastic. That's a smart way of doing it. Lexan thickness compared to the 10.3 or the Phoenix. It's thinner Lexan, for sure. But I'm not complaining. It's a small truck. Like, it's a tiny little body. Right? Like, it's not big. Probably like an 030. It's not 040, that's for sure. Doesn't need to be, right? It's not a big truck. Goes in there. This attaches to this. 3x12. Things are getting messy. It's getting messy. I want one just because of the body style. Yeah, it's a fun-looking little body. That's a lot of screws. Yeah, where's my 2 mil? Oh, there it is. I rate kits on how fun they are to build, and this one looks good. Alex, you are right. So far, this has been pretty fun. I'm sure Josh would be finished by now. Ooh, it's late in Malaysia. $30 in the morning, 1:23. Hey, Fat Dad. How are you doing today? I'm great. Cold, but good. All right. Now, flip this around. Need some grub screws. L8. An open box bag L. $12.24 in Indiana. Same time here, Craig. Eight spacer. It appears to be the only spacer in that bag, so we're going to go with it. Where is it 4 a.m.? Oh, Australia. Right. I was printing last night. I printed up all the parts for the Night Customs chassis lift or diff lift, whatever you want to call it. These the H parts? Yeah, there's one. Where's the other one? Not there. Oh, there it is. There we go. Okay. 725 in Israel. Oh, blind guy. Dude. I'm not a stranger to cold. I'm pretty used to it. But I don't want it in my house. spacer there. Good. Let's get some of these O-rings. And it's not supposed to be very much rub screw sticking out, so 6:30 or 7 when the live popped up. Oh yeah, you're blind guy. Are you on the west? I thought you were on the east coast. Okay. And I guess this just kind of goes on top. It's supposed to work. It's like a shock absorbing. This right? Into H3 first. Okay, all right. It's easier to put them on the skid first. Oh boy. This is easier. Oh, you're in Victoria, right? Okay. I see how that goes. All right. But these should go on the frame first. I'll just put the O-rings in there, and then we'll deal with that later. Cool. Cool. All right. Next page. Oh, good. Shock building. Holy, look at the size of those E-clips. Those are tiny. Okay, we'll make one. Because I don't want to be here all day. I don't want to bore you guys. So I think I'll make one, like I just said, and move on after we get one done. I should start trying to tidy up a little bit. It's getting a bit messy. Easy to build, hard to perfect. I think also instruction quality comes into play, right? I'm not questioning it yet. It's been pretty good so far. Like I said, I'm sort of slightly distracted because I'm doing like 3 things at once. Yeah. Oh, nice aluminum shock bodies. That's great to see. That's really nice. I can dig on that. That's excellent. Thanks, Criddan92. Appreciate that. I do hope I get warmer as well, because this is not fun. What I honestly just hope for is that it just gets a slight bit warmer. Like, I wouldn't mind if it were minus 10. That would be fine. Minus 19? That is unacceptable. These shocks don't look so bad. They look pretty good. Good quality material so far. You know what? I have a space heater. It's in the other room, and I was kind of lazy, and I also don't want to overload the circuit because now I've got a lot more stuff in here. Lights and everything. 15 minutes of building equals an hour of cleaning. The shocks love to squeeze the O-rings just like the TRX4. Okay, good to know. Doesn't need a lot of oil because these are tiny little baby tiny shocks. Eclipse. We should almost zoom in for this, I think. There we go. It's, yeah, minus 19 Celsius. That's correct. It's so, uh-oh. There it is. It's so cold out, I could sit and watch this all day to see the finished product. I can't go outside, honey. There's a man building something on the internet. Ugh. Eclipse. I mean, honestly. Bunch of 3D printed junk. Oh, man. Anybody out there with a 3D printer will know my pain. But yesterday, I was cleaning a part free of its supports, and I absolutely jammed a piece, like a really sharp, thin piece, straight under my thumbnail. Right under it. It hurt so bad. Hey, bag. Hey. Okay, I will say there's a little bit of hunting and pecking from bag to bag. I have had to go backwards and forwards a few times to get the right piece out. But this looks like it's all for shocks, so that's okay. That's cool. And all the parts are all on one tree, so that's good too. I'm going to trim the excess flash off of there. And like I said, we're only going to build one shock for now. Is it sad that I'm still that I'm laughing at his pain and struggle with Eclipse? No, Phoenix, that's perfectly acceptable. Everybody hates Eclipse though, right? I'm not the only one out there. Nice. Piston in shock body. Just kidding. Need to go back here, get this piece off. Oh my gosh. O-ring. Yes, a screw instead of an E-clip, definitely. Okay, O-ring first. Then O-ring, oh, you know what? Can't build a shock without some green stuff. Must slime everything. Can't go wrong with this stuff. Little dab will do ya. Clear. Clear. Let's put a little more green slime in there first. K4. Presume is this piece. And it's beveled on one side, so it snaps into place there on top. See that okay? Why are you using slime for the shocks? Green slime helps prevent leaks. And then this gets screwed into this. Oops. Don't cross thread it. Cross threading it. Yeah, green slime is mandatory in shock construction. Then piston through assembly. Now, shock pliers. A must for any discerning shock builder. Also, a Servo tool is extremely handy for holding these. Makes it very easy. And in fact, if you want a completely automated experience, instead of using this, get yourself the TGH rod end tool. And this will go on any 5mm hex tool. Thusly, watch this, provided these fit. That is a must-have tool. Both of those are must-haves. Because if you use both when you're building normal types of links, zing. Where's that yellow tool been all my life? Exactly. Here it is on screen. The Servo tool. SZCZERBA. Google that. It'll take you to the place where you can get one. All right. Where's my shock oil? My precious antique shock oil. I'm going to use the kit stuff because leave 1 millimeter of thread. Copy. Silicone oil 100 number. Wonder if it's not 100 weight, that's for sure. What are they saying here? 28 to 30 drops. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, right in the middle. Just smooth the shocks if you want realistic motion. You probably also use a heavier weight oil if need be. What's a Zed? Did I say Z or Z? All right, we need another O-ring, which looks to, it'll have to sit on the actual thing here. Stand by while I balance that very carefully. Okay. Get another O-ring here. Pop that over the cap. Plastic cap. Aluminum body though, so nice looking little shock too. Actually, these could be useful on some other more scale projects, so keep that in mind. And then we just screw that on. The threads are very, very small, so do be careful to not cross-thread it. In fact, you know what I'm going to do here? Before I screw it on, I'm going to put that all the way at the top and then screw it on. I tried 15 and it honestly felt too thick. That feels pretty thin. So I think you could probably go with a little bit more shock oil in there. Oh, there's a tool for assembling that? There is a tool. Look at that. Little hex tool to help you get that on all the way if you didn't. Ah, shock build. Hello, Richard. How are you this morning? I saw your note. Thank you. I'm excited to receive my carbon fiber. All right. Let's put a spring on there. Rich, you'll be happy to know I'm only doing one shock and then moving on. Now there's a lot of shocks, a lot of springs in here. There's a long spring and a short spring. The long spring is soft. And the short spring is stiff. They're both pretty soft. You didn't use the supplied shock tool. I didn't need to because my fingers were strong enough. I was very strong. Let's put on... Whoa. Let's put on... Oh, darn it. I did it in the wrong order again. That's okay. Maybe this will fit over that. Nope. That's why we have tools. That's why I am a tool. RC Manchild. Matt, your Simpsons quotes tell me we are of a similar age. I'm old, but at least I still have old Chopper. There we go. Genius. I am not. Oh yeah, spring perch. Yeah, sort of necessary. And then finally, the pièce de résistance, the lower spring perch. Should snap on there. Yes. And there we have it. A tiny little baby shock. Let's get some good action. No, no, no. Just put it in. What? No squirters tonight, yeah. Perfect. Looks good. Happiness all around. I'll test that for leaking over time. You know, with a little bit of green slime. That spring perch fits over the rod end? I don't see how it could. Anyway, it's together now. So that's how the shocks go. We'll definitely, obviously, do the other other three of those at some point. Not today, because I just want to try to get through the main construction. Transfer case and chassis assembly. Here we go. Actually need a break. If it's not squirting, you're not rubbing it right. Oh boy. I saw that screen grab of Josh. Oh my god. So embarrassing for him. Transfer case. The L bag. JKL. Here we go. Jamin, I'd like to say thanks. I appreciate you doing this, so when I'm building my own, I can refer to this video. Yeah, exactly. That's why we're doing it. That is why we are here. Let's build some drive shafts. Everyone's favorite part. Don't worry about the pins on the stubby drive shaft. Somehow they just stay in. Copy that. Thank you. It's also helpful that so many of you guys have already built these. Makes it really easy for me. Get all these things kind of covered as we go. You're not... All right. Sorry, I was just reading through some of those comments there. I think we're good. Drive shaft design, I'm so glad, is something that's sort of like universal. They all seem so similar. Nobody's doing anything wacky with those, which is good. Richard, are you still there? How's your recording of techniques video going? Richard's got some stuff coming that I think is you'll find very interesting. 10.8. Short. Definitely short. Short, 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 long. Yep. Okay. Neat. RC Manchild, thank you very much for the entertainment fund. Much appreciated. One. Are you done yet? No. But anything worth doing takes a long time. It shouldn't be fast. It should be an enjoyable experience. Watch just told me to stand. Time to stand. Can't. Building. Oh, the longs are for the 252 wheelbase. Okay. Cool. I don't think we'll be needing that. Then. Adorable little drive shafts. Just finishing up editing a little video from today. Nice. I'll check that out. Two. Very nice of TWS to send me this pit mat. Keeps everything in place whilst working. My build took 3 days. I wanted to enjoy it and had people watching you. Oh, you had people watching you build yours too, huh? Amazing. It's always a lot more pressure. Probably have a lot less screw-ups if people weren't watching. But you know what? You learn a little bit of something every time you do that, right? That's the whole point of doing this. You get to watch. I get to learn something as I go as well. A lot of help along the way. It's great. Happy little trees. I mean drive shafts. 2, 3. Just one more to go here. Also, while I appreciate the tub of grease, I think a tube is my preferred method. That's just a personal preference. You should auction this truck off after you're done building it in a live chat. Well, I need some drive time with it, and I feel a responsibility. Oops, that's way too big. I feel a responsibility to to do that. I like driving them and sharing that experience, and so I don't want to give somebody a dirty truck. Piece go. Oh, it's the thing. Brian Sherwood, thank you very much. Your new class 3, Josh is not in trouble. I don't think this would be a good class 3. That's weird. I'm missing a outer sleeve. So I dropped it by mistake. Dave Essay, who has it? Asia Tees? Asia Tees or RC Mart? Nash can probably help you out there. Or he could send me a link, maybe. Where did that go? Is there not a fourth one? Maybe that might have been a mistake in the packaging. I don't have a fourth Asia Tees. Sorry, I have to answer a work question. Stand by. In fact, this might be a good time for a bathroom break. Yeah, I'm going to take a bathroom break. You guys maybe grab a coffee. I might do the same. And then I'm going to start hunting for that fourth drive shaft cup retainer, pin retainer. Cool. I'll be back in about 5 minutes. Talk amongst yourselves. Hello. Yes, hands were washed. Thank you. Obviously. Yes, Nash, I think I'm missing one pin cup retainer for the drive shaft here. Can't seem to locate it. It's probably needed too. Yeah, work is fine. Work is always fine. All right, where are we at here? It sucks I lost. I doubt I lost it. I just don't think it was in there. Oh, there it is. It was hiding. Found it. Yay. That would have been crummy. Missing one pimp cup. That would have been crummy if that had gone missing. Thankfully, it didn't. Orange Blazer. I don't think it's out of production. Oh, I'm still building. It's the Scale Builders Guild, after all. Okay, drive shaft's done. Nope, gotta have some spacers again. The L8, or late spacer. Oh, where did I must have missed a step on the actual completion of the transfer case, because it's supposed to be screwed together. Whoops. Far back did I miss that? 3x16. Okay. That is 16? Oh, that's definitely not a 16. You say scale builder, but you haven't built one butcher's scale yet. I get an inordinate number of spam emails from companies thinking that I weigh things. Like I build scales. I do not. Do not build scales. Welcome back to the Scalier Builders Guild. Oh, maybe you meant to say scalar. Hate that word. Hate that word so much. Best platform for a scaled truck to start that is not RC four-wheel drive. I mean, they're all good. Element, Axial, Traxxas. You can't really go wrong with any of them. It all depends on what level of scale you're looking to achieve. Yeah. It just kind of comes down to your own personal preference. And oh, we need some L7s, which I believe are these. An L7 and an L8. Okay, here's an L8. Late. Goes up top. The L7s go on the bottom. Yeah, Vanquish. I'm not intentionally forgetting anybody. I mean, they're all really good trucks. Like if you want full-sized, full-scale interior, then you need to go with something that's going to offer you the ability to do that. So like anything with a forward mounted motor and transmission is going to be easier. So like axial trucks will give you that option. These are too big. No, they're not. TWS, yeah, of course. Anything that has like a forward mounted transmission and motor that's low enough, that's going to give you the opportunity to do stuff like a full interior. But if you're just looking to get like a scale truck and get started, then you don't need that specifically. You can just buy any of them. Scale Builder Skill. It's showing you how to cheat on your weight. Just got to put it in the right hole, Matt. Yep. I think I got that right. I mean, some M3 by 12s. 2. 4. Need our transfer case mount. We need a couple of nuts. 4 to be exact. If I had a nickel, Spreck, for every time I heard you got to put it in the right hole. Millionaire. Assistant was asking me for something. He's obviously not watching the live stream. I doubt he would be. I don't think he's as into scale trucks as I am. I like this method. Instead of screwing into the plastic, you screw into a nut that retains everything. I think that's really smart. A lot harder to strip strip the nut than it is to strip the plastic, so that's good. Just got to get them lined up properly. Be a pain. And with my cold hands, I don't think the furnace is going to be able to get it up over 17 today. Come on. Found it and ordered it. All right. Good stuff. Good stuff. Okay. This looks like it's the same both ways. This needs to be this way. Slots in there pretty nicely. Do these actually get driven into this at this point? Does. All right, we're onto the frame. Cool. battery's dead. Good thing I charged one last night. I'm sorry, guys. Let me zoom back out a little bit. There we go. Gotta be able to see what I'm doing here. Sure, everything still spins. It's a little tight, so just make sure. Give that some force over time. That'd be good. Welcome to the most original skid and link mount on the market. Have you seen the CCO2? Because that is also extremely good. All right, here's the plastic chassis rails. Don't let that deter you. Oh, okay. I see what's going on here. Interesting. Paul's 1816. Thank you very much. Well, I'm going to head out. Got to work on some trucks myself. Here's some help for your HVAC problems. Thank you. It's a rented unit, so luckily I don't have to pay for any repairs. But thank you very much, Pauls. I appreciate that. Have a good rest of the day. Enjoy yourself out there. Okay, so these rails go into these slots, I presume. Nice. A couple of M3 by 12s again. 2, 3, 4. I think it's safe to say we can probably do that now. Remember, we put the nuts in from before. So that should line up. Is that not long enough? It's our 12. I got a package coming here from my assistant, so I may have to pop up and grab that at some point here. Just joined the build. What's this little crawler all about? This is the TWS CTS chassis VTR 4x4. And so far, it's been quite fun to put together. They sent me this last week. And I was like, let's do a live stream and put it together. There you go. Looking good. Look at how tiny it is. It's cute. Where's my transmission? All right. Need to put these on again. It is sort of like a spring-loaded. It's pretty neat. You need to flex in those rails so you can do that. Is that the right hole? That's what she said. Appears to be. Oh, neat. That's cool. These little things retain that. And there's a bit of shock motion in there. That's cool. This obviously needs to go on first. What setting do I have it at? It's at 10 right now. Let's put this on. Oh, big pins. Big pins. Some fat pins, man. Nope, those are too fat. I'm just dumping bags out everywhere here. What a mess. Let's turn this so it's that way. Same with that, so they don't slide out when you put them in. pliers here. Yes. Okay. And we'll slide that on there. Then, how are we going to do this? There we go. This is really unique, I must say. Go. All right. That looks fantastic. Fat bottom pins. Oh. Another 10 mil here. This is nice. It's sort of like, it's got a little bit of movement because of those O-rings. That is really neat. And it also lines everything up quite nicely that way. That's great. Oh, hey, Kevin. How you doing? Yeah, don't worry about the heat thing. It's fine. It'll be fine. Blacked out windows on the black Blazer. Yeah, you can remove the paint. There's a couple of techniques for paint removal. I haven't done it in a long time, so I can't give you a clear recommendation on how to do it. What's going on there? The idea is from a real engine mount. Yeah, I kind of gathered that, Matt. That's pretty unique. I like that. Giving it that bit of flexibility means that you're not going to like break this shaft. Pretty smart. Ah, it's cute. I really do. I like it. It's small, but I like it. It's great. I'm having a very good time. This is really fun. Okay, we need N1. This box. I think they are the same. Oh no, oh, one is longer. One's definitely the shorter one. Okay. Is it 10th scale? I think they're probably qualifying it as 10th scale. I don't know. I don't have a it's not really a real truck, so I can't say for sure what it's actually modeled after, but I imagine that it's pretty close to 10th or 9th. Yeah, Breck just said it's 9th. I'm going to say it's probably 9th as well. Okay. E-bag. Where's the E-bag? Mr. HS, hey Matt, I have to say I'm here at work. I've been watching here. I've been here watching from the beginning, and I can't remember a better time to blow 4 hours of work than here with you. Well, thank you. I appreciate that. I'm having a wonderful time myself. Where's E? I don't think I've seen E. Oh, here we go. I bet Nash is watching and he's just like biting his nails and freaking out, hoping that everything's in here and it's all correct. I'm sure you've done all of your due diligence and it's probably not a big deal at all. Okay, so A, which is labeled. These are all labeled, which is great. A, as you can see, A. And B, make sure you put the shock towers on the right sides. B goes on this side. We need them to line up there. Some 10s. We need more Night Runner updates. What are you talking about? There's tons of parts for that truck. What DeWalt? This is the DeWalt Gyro 8-volt driver. $10 mils. Oops, spacers. What? Wrong way around, huh? Oh, yes. In fact, they are. Thank you. Flipping it. I was like, well, they wouldn't mold the lettering into the outside. It hasn't, frostbite hasn't set in yet, but we're close. I think the house is like 17 degrees. Not at all what I was hoping for today, trust me. Now you have limited workspace. I have a small piece of pegboard mounted to a tripod camera stand. Works great for hanging bags. That sounds pretty smart. I like that idea. Docs will cover the letters. Good. Cool. All right. There's the front shot towers on. I think we're more than halfway. The rear bits on here. Package is 2 minutes away. Tell my wife. Take it easy and don't feel stressed. I don't feel stressed at all. I'm having a blast, Nash. Thank you again for sending this my way. It's very fun to have you here, too. So thank you for playing along. Love the content. You got me into another hobby. Hey, that's great. Thank you for, and welcome to the hobby. It is a very rewarding hobby, I will say. Now they reverse them, so A goes on this side this time. Yeah, my wife just looked and says it's 4 Fahrenheit up there. Feels like minus 11 Fahrenheit. Yeah, it's chilly. Thankfully, my house doesn't feel that way. It's slightly warmer than that, but not by much. When will we see more of the Blazer mud truck? Well, probably when this mud isn't frozen dirt. I know, I owe you guys a final episode on that, and timing didn't really work out. But it will get done. It will get done. I promise. M. This. We need these and these. Alrighty. Now, let's make sure we got this right. Hi, Benjamin. New to the channel and definitely enjoy watching your builds. The Blazer mud truck looks awesome. Thank you very much. See how you go. All right. 18. This is interesting. So far, so good. That link will go in from the bottom. There we go. This is interesting. I think Sprecht was saying this was going to be an interesting part. Sorry, hang on. Hello? Yeah, we're coming out to get it right now. Are you? Yeah, I'm outside. Okay. Yeah, one sec. I'll be right back. All right, crisis averted. Are those the link mounts? Yes, they are. That's how they go in there at the bottom. Beep boop. Yeah, it was the mail. I was getting a package delivered for my work. From my work. Creek Creeper RC. I usually make stickers twice a year. I should get on that. I need to do another batch. Otherwise, you can buy what? Element Enduro. Any of the Vanquish trucks. Axial Honcho. Might not want to say it. Yeah, I know, but if you ever got anything from me, you have my address anyway. Oops, that one didn't thread properly. Oh, cool. Ah, nice. Cute little design element there. It's 3x8 flathead, countersunk. That's too long. Yeah, hopefully most of you aren't psychotic enough. If you want to cross a border, hey, y'all know where Josh works. That's easy enough to find too. I would recommend a drill. Yeah, definitely. I mean, elbow grease works fine too, but sometimes when you just want to get through a part and you know you're not like finessing something, it's fine. All right. Turning pages. Ah, battery box. This is a nice variety of size choices available. And looks like it's a pretty decent size. What's that driver for the final time? This is the DeWalt 8-volt gyro. So it has a clutch on it, uses 5mm standard tips. I'm using Traxxas tips. And it's fantastic. It's really, really good. Okay. This is the rear of the truck. These the same? Yep. 10, and you need 4 of those. I know. You joke. You joke. I'm sure it'll come up again. It usually does. That kind of... Ah, second set of holes. That's why. I will keep up the content. Thank you, Creeper. Is it done yet? Almost. I think we're closer than we've ever been. Mount is made to fit 2S hardtop. Okay. I probably wouldn't recommend 3S for this anyway. It's probably more likely a 2S style of truck. And then it has these nice little clippy clips. Cute. And we need this, and we need this. And we need 2 M3x6s. So these little shorties. Shorty, I got you. Somebody get that spammer. And 3x12. Where does this sit? There. Nice and low on the chassis, actually. Thoughts on the kit so far, Jeremy? It's a good kit. It's memories. Oops. I want to get this right. I keep missing it. Memories of MST, but it's like they kind of took all the great stuff from MST and added more good stuff. Oh dear. Oh. There seems to be, there's another clip here. Not sure what this is for. How much in Canadian? I'm not sure. Oh, I see. It's supposed to like keep that from going down. Do need to put another one of these on here. Been kind of a slow spam bay, yeah. The rear battery mount screws will rub on your springs. Fun fact. Okay, there we go. That's that part finished. Now we can put the links on. Great. Links and axles. Cool. Oh yeah, I can take off one of those links. Which one do you think? This one. Use a tool to take off the clampy things. Incredible. That's really cool. Let's take a look at that. So this, will you poke it in from underneath? Yes. Cool. I like that. Smart. The left one. Yeah, okay. Driver's side. Cool. Just look at all of this for a second here. Some lock nuts. Oh, that's weird. Okay, so the upper links go in there. 3x16. Mounting the upper links, use 2 mil shorter screws instead, or it'll hit the skid. Okay, copy that. Thanks. Neat. That's pretty cool. So they say 18s. You say 16, eh? Oh, yeah. Oh, no, they say 16. That'll still hit the skid, though. Will it? Let's just see. It just barely does. Actually, it doesn't. It's just clear. Sister Online. Cool. Put it on there pretty well. Oh, let's put a drive shaft on, huh? Great idea. Hello, Dick. How are you? Oh yeah, let's phase these drive shafts properly. Okay, straight up and down. Yep. That's why you put the links on after you put the drive shafts on. Because you need the space to get the drive shaft on. Duh. We will need some more drive shaft pins. Where are those? Located out of there. And it wants nuts on the lowers. Oh, right. It's so funny. I had them right there. Yet here I am not adding them. Swear to God, man. I'm bad at this. Good thing you're here. I mean, I don't know why you really honestly need a nut there. Because to be fair, you torque that up a little bit. You're getting plenty. I crossed them in then? Looks like I did. Let's try that again. Yep, screw doesn't hit. Is the plastic hard enough? Yes, definitely. It's a very lightweight truck, don't forget that. So it doesn't need to have a lot of strength, but it's certainly strong enough. Go, front all done. We will be CMSing this at some point. All the parts are included. The instructions aren't. Yeah, plastic is great. Okay, front axle done. rear axle. Stream is still on. We're still going strong. Almost at the end, I'd say. Because really beyond putting all the shocks on, which I haven't built, there's like one more page. And then we're complete with this for today. Drive shaft first. Yeah, Spreck, you're the instructions. And for that, I thank you. You've been a huge help today. Big time. Couldn't have done it without you. And I will. I'll do that upgrade as soon as I finish this stream. Yeah, getting these in are always so difficult. Actually, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to loosen these off a bit, so I have a little more wiggle room. I'll just retighten them afterwards. That's the lower. It's a strange kit with plastic links. Well, it's an affordable kit, and it's small and light. So I don't think that's really going to be a major issue. To be perfectly honest, it's definitely geared to be more of a trail truck. Yes, I know. I didn't pre-build the shocks. I wanted to open this and start right from the very beginning with you guys. Yeah, we'll bend, but again, what kind of abuse are you planning on putting on a truck this small and light anyway? It's not designed to be like a rock crawler. It's a trail truck. So I'm willing to forgive it. Also, at the price point that it's at, it's pretty good value. I'm sure that TWS will do a shot or a link upgrade in the future. And plastic does slide better. The only thing about that is that it's not the smoothest of... Well, actually, it is quite smooth. I mean, you're not going to have a lot of hang-ups there. They did a pretty good job of keeping that pretty smooth. Okay, so there we go. Front and rear axles are installed. A cute little truck. Cool. So next is putting shocks on. I've only got the one built, and then I didn't even put the rod end pillow balls in, but shock mounts are integrated there, and lots of travel make it pretty. Well, that looks pretty good. It does look good, eh? Very nice. It's good. And then there's body posts and a couple of steering links, and the instructions for chassis mounted servo are not in here yet, so I'm going to probably do that on my own, and I'll do a little final follow-up review video with that. Wheels and tires. It does come. This is pretty interesting. Comes with these sort of gear cut foams. They're very soft. You get a spare tire as well, I believe. You get 5 rims. Let's just count the tires, people. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Nice looking tread pattern on those too. It almost looks like a bit of a Pitbull Rock Beast sort of tire. Not too bad. Very small. Like I think it's like an 88 millimeter tire. They are producing stainless steel links. There you go. Very helpful. Thank you, Nash. Appreciate having you here. Let's just assemble one of these real quick. They are just a glue-on wheel, not a beadlock. But at this price point, I wouldn't have expected that anyway. I really, just kind of like first thoughts as we're going through, I really like the construction. I like how that transmission went together. That was really smooth. Yeah, it's a very soft foam vented wheel. Let's put a couple of these on here. Why not? $12 mil hex, plastic hexes. Tire wheel combo is so tight, you don't really need to glue them. I don't know about that. I think I'd probably still glue them, if I'm honest. The spare, you don't get a... Oh, no, you do. No, you don't get enough foams to do the spare. So keep that in mind. For trail driving, you won't need to glue. For sure, I guess. I mean, it depends on how tight the wheel is to the tire. These didn't feel that tight, if I'm honest. I could be wrong, but I tend to glue anyway, or I just move to a beadlock. I prefer that myself. Yeah. I think if you really like got on it, I think they'd probably come off. Oh yeah, I forgot to put the drive pin in that one. I was like, why is that diff moving so freely? Did you already say what electronics I'm putting in? No, Buck Daddy Dandy, I did not. I haven't decided what I'm going to put in it. It'll be brushed for sure. I might try out that new mega affordable ISDT ESC, maybe. I've also got some Hobbywing stuff here already that I might just pop into it. It is a very good kit. It's super fun to build. Lots of good quality parts. Some interesting steps, which were pretty unique. And I think it's got some potential for those smaller trail truck style builds. And if you need room for anything, like there is not much going on there in terms of height. So you could get a nice full interior in there if you wanted one. Pretty cool. Yeah, so there you go. I mean, like I said, shocks aren't done, body posts aren't done, body hasn't been finished, but the majority of everything is complete. And I've actually got a nice wheel and tire combo here. These are, I think it's a little bit of everything. SSD, RC four-wheel drive, some brake rotors on the back there. I think this would be a really nice look, especially with this body. I think that's going to look pretty good. Be nice to trim it out a little bit. Maybe add some plastic fenders. Let's talk about that actually really quick. There's a ton of molded plastic pieces for that body. Let's get these out real quick. So like if you're into the MST stuff, I think this is a great alternative. There are all kinds of light buckets, wipers, a snorkel. What else have we got? Some, yeah, like fog lamp style things. Molded front bumper. Let's open this up and take a look at these parts. Well, Tom, I think plastic links are a thing because they're cheap and they get you started. Look at that. Nice big molded grill and headlight assembly there. Does that go over the truck or in the truck? I'll have to go through the instructions to look. Looks like there's a roof rack as well. Spare tire mount, rearview mirrors. That's cool. Oh yeah, that's great. Nicely molded details on there. It's good. It's a light truck and plastic slides well. Yep, it's true. So there you go. That's going to be a fun little project. I can't wait to get that all finished. But that's basic chassis assembly. My thanks to Spreck for helping out with that, and Nash from TWS, who's been in here the whole time. You guys are great. Thank you very much to TWS for sending me this truck. It's been a real pleasure to put together. Lots of fun elements to it. Definitely a nice trail truck alternative, and looking forward to finishing it up. And I will wrap up with an actual video that sort of shows off the finished truck completed. And thanks to everybody for watching. This was a marathon again. Clear bits too, like all the headlight lights and everything there. So thank you to the following. Got to make sure to thank people. Blind Guy RC, Brian Harrison, Andy Muehlner, Father and Son RC, Jimmy Two Horses, Sean Katie Thomas, Tom Edwards, RC Manchild, Brian Sherwood, Paul's 1816. Thanks, guys. Have a great rest of the weekend. Enjoy the weather if it's nice. Hate the weather if it's horrible. We'll see you guys again Wednesday. Oh, there will be a update video, which I really ought to get on for Scale Nats, and then we'll do a live stream that evening. Thanks, everybody. Have a great rest of the weekend. And thanks to all my European friends for checking this out. Have a wonderful day. Love you. Bye.